Browns fans, it is time for another episode of Brown and Orange Weekly. I'm your co-host, Dean the Big Dog Samples, followed by the one and only, my man, Clarence Wilson. How are you feeling, my man? It's been,
Living, man.
we haven't been on a few weeks. My fault. I'm in the process of moving. It's been hell. But found some time. I'm glad I was able to find some time because I've been itching to talk some Browns with you. Preseason's almost wrapping up. How you feeling, man? First
I'm
off, let's
ready.
get that out of the way. You feeling good? You having a good day?
Every day above ground is a good one. We know
That's
this, so
true. That's true.
it could always be worse. But I'm ready to get these fake games out the way and get to the real thing.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm ready for September 10th. I'm ready for the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm ready to just put one on their ass.
I'm ready, dude. I'm so ready for that game. The home opener is going to be lit. Preseason is not going as well as we usually are. We're usually preseason champs. It's not the case this year. We're 1-1-1. Started off with the dub against the Jets, which was important to me because I don't care if it's preseason or not. Still butthurt about last season. Took an L to the Commanders, and then we tied with the Eagles. We got the Chiefs coming up on the 26th. What are your thoughts so far this preseason? Do you have anything that stood out specifically that you would like to mention?
I mean, I take all preseason with a grain of salt. I will always remember when we drafted Brady Quinn, and when he finally came in and played a little in the preseason, he looked good playing against second, third, fourth teamers. He made those dudes look like they should. But Brady Quinn, in reality, was not that dude. So
Overhyped, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a fan of him in college.
Oh, dude, I was happy as hell when we drafted him. I was like, the Messiah has arrived. Let's do it. Let's go. Right. We got our QB.
I feel like I've said that. I've said that to myself several times.
Yeah, but that's just what I always refer back to when we talk about preseason performances. Guys have looked good going against second, third, fourth team guys. And the other team's guys have looked good going against some of our third, fourth team guys. So, if anything, I would say it's been fun watching these guys more than anything. Like watching DTR do his thing.
Dude, he's been looking good.
Yeah. Dude, I loved watching him do. I've been liking watching him do his thing. Watkins, the receiver.
Austin Watkins, yeah, dude, he's been balling out.
Yeah.
I would have to say he's earned himself a roster spot at this point.
Whoa, slow down, sir. We'll get to that.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're talking about the wide receiver. I want to hear who you're keeping and who you're cutting. But we'll get into that though. Yeah, Watkins was.
Those two things are like the two things that I've really enjoyed watching. I guess what is kind of like. What are your thoughts on the preseason? Because, like I said, for me, it's just I'm not.
I don't take it serious. I do look at it as an opportunity to just look at the guys that normally don't get to see the field during the regular season. So I pay attention to that, especially the young guys, the rookies. There's been some other guys. I mean, the defenses look good all around. I'm impressed with the defense. I'm loving what I'm seeing with Jim Schwartz so far. I mean, we've only got a slight taste, but even with the second and third string, it seems like it's a solid group. And he's got them. They seem well disciplined, I should say. Hickman's been a dog. Hickman's been a dog.
True. One other guy I forgot, and I know this is offensively, Big Thanos. He's been fun to watch.
Yeah.
Big Thanos, Big DeJuan Jones.
That dude is massive.
Oh,
That's a big boy.
oh.
And I forget the exact number, but they showed a stat of how many rushes he's and what he's allowed so far this preseason, and is pretty much he ain't letting shit get past him.
Yeah. I think I saw 111 snaps without a sack or something like that was so far this preseason.
I think he's
So
allowed like one pressure, something like one or
yeah,
two. But other than that, dude's massive. I want to
yeah.
see more of him. I'm excited, dude. And we can kind of like segue into this in a minute here. We can talk about him because Conklin went down with an injury.
Yep.
Um, your best friend left camp with an injury too. Your beloved Anthony Schwartz. We'll talk about that
Track
as well.
guys, track guys, we stick together.
Yeah, I ran track once.
He said once.
I did. I mean, I did shot put and discus, but I was at a
Okay.
meet once, and for shits and gigs, we were already winning this really bad. Coach's like, "Let's get a fat man relay going." It's like Samuels. Well, I was really the only big guy in there. I was the anchor. Um,
Yeah.
we still ended up winning the damn thing, dude. I could move for a big guy, but yeah, I had my track moment. I never want to do it again. I'll tell you that. I I have respect for all them track stars. I have respect for soccer players. That's too much fucking running for me. Which is crazy because I used to wrestle, and the conditioning for wrestling is
yeah,
insane. Um,
yeah.
I did that while I played football, and wrestling always had me in shape, ready for football. But yeah, no, I'm good. I had my track moment though.
So,
It was,
so.
I was a freshman in high school. It was a good time.
uh, um,
Trying to think if there's anybody else that stood out to me. Um, trying to think on the defensive side. D'Anthony Bell. That's all I can really think about. Hickman, definitely.
yeah,
Bell.
yeah.
Anyone else you can think of? Anyone on the defensive side besides those guys stand out to you? I feel like there's one
Not,
more, and I just can't think.
not particularly, man. Like I said, I don't know. I know these guys are not. They're playing their asses off, trying
Yeah,
to make this squad. I get it. Um,
do or die time this
but
week, man.
yeah, but I mean, at this point, it's. I know most of these guys that we're watching, we're not going to see a whole lot of during the regular season, unless injuries go down, injuries happen, or something like that. But like I said, I just had fun watching it. I just had fun watching DTR. That was probably one of the highlights. And I know, like I said, again, Brady Quinn. So I know he's not going to walk in here and do the damn thing. But if something were to happen, but it's not. It's fun watching him. Him and the one guy I would say that I'm a little geeked up on is Jones, man. Like he's just so damn big.
He is, dude. I
Like
love it.
he's so big and he can move. He can move for a big dude. So like I'm just
That picture with him next to Jakeem Grant is hilarious.
hilarious. Hilarious.
Um, no, I DTR has been electric. Uh, I mean, he got the start against the Eagles. He wasn't anything. It wasn't a great game by him. But you see the potential there.
It's fun to watch, man.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if he was QB2. I really wouldn't. But I think it's
I don't
best to keep
know about
Dobbs. I think it's best to keep Dobbs as QB2. Keep DTR as QB3, and maybe put Mond on the practice squad. Or
I'm I'm cool with all that. I think what'll happen is they might flip it and they might put DTR on the practice squad and keep Mond. But honestly, I'd rather see it flip like you were talking about.
yeah, I think that
Let the
they
kid go.
gave Mon that start. I feel like, just to kind of see how he will react in that situation. See
Yeah.
if there's any kind of making rise his stock a little bit. I mean, they got him for next to nothing last year. I think they might have just signed him as an unsigned free agent. Um, I don't remember if they traded for him or Vikings released him and we picked him up, but he immediately went to the practice squad.
Yeah.
Um, he didn't. DTR showed out compared to him in that game. Mon didn't look too good. He looked scared, in my opinion. He looked nervous, but it wasn't a terrible performance. Not as bad as Cade York's preseason performance, though. But
No.
that's another
You gotta
discussion.
go, man.
Yeah,
I don't
do
trust him.
you want to cut Cade York? You on that?
I don't trust him. I didn't trust. I said it last year. I said it last year. I was at the game, the preseason game, where everybody's like, "Oh, he out here kicking 60+ yard field goals." Oh, slurping him. In that same preseason game and pregame I was watching, he was also shanking 40 and 45-yard field goals. And I'm like, come on, man! Like when you're doing that in pregame with no pressure, I expect my kicker to make everything in pregame inside of like 50 yards.
Right.
55 yards maybe if he's a cannon leg. But like I was watching him shank stuff and I was like, man,
Like, don't
I
you
don't like
do
this.
it. Don't
I
you
don't like
do it.
this.
I mean,
So no,
I'm
I don't know about him going, but they need to bring somebody else in here and put some competition around. Because remember last year they didn't even bring in another kicker. They didn't sign another kicker. They just gave him the job last year. Do
yeah.
the same type of stuff this year.
What did he do this against the Eagles? What was he? 2 for 3 or 3 for 4?
He's missed a kick in every damn game.
Yes, he did. I'm about to look it up right now. I'm kind of curious. I think he went 3 for 4.
He missed a kick that could have won the game.
3 for
I don't
4.
know, man.
Yeah, he went three
Yeah.
for four. His longest was 43 against the
Missed a kick
Eagles.
every game. Every game he's missed a kick. It's preseason.
Yeah, that's not good. Um, but like, who's out there? Who's out there? It's like finding a fucking kicker. Nope, swear jar.
And you got two in today too. You dropped that one earlier.
Did I?
So yeah.
All right.
Play it
Sorry.
back. We'll play it back later.
Sorry,
But,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry. Um,
Um,
like it just seems so hard to. Why is it so hard to find a kicker? It's a Phil Dawson curse. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
I don't know. All I know is something's got to give. And this is another one of the picks that I kind of scratch my head. And if you pick that dude at that spot, he can't miss these kind of kicks. You know what his shining moment is? His shining moment in Brown's uniform. You know what it is?
What?
They helped save us from the embarrassment of week one and getting beat by Baker Mayfield. Between him and the referees. Outside of that, I mean, what has he done? Like, except miss kicks. And like I said, it'd be one thing if he was like, if he was an undrafted cat, he'd already be off the roster. I guarantee.
Oh, for
I
sure.
guarantee he'd be off the roster. But since they used a fourth router on him,
Let's see. We got Mason Crosby's available. Ryan Suckup, Robbie
all these
Gold,
bum ass kickers.
Randy Bullock, Zane Gonzalez, Quinn Norton, Tristan Vizcaino, Alex
Bring Zane back.
Poveda,
Bring Zane
Julian
back.
Diaz. Yeah, bring back Zane. Chase McLaughlin just took the was it Buccaneers job? They cut their kicker from last year, the dude with the glasses. I forget his name.
um,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I can't think of his name either.
He wore like the '90s basketball glasses that fucking
Yeah,
Horace
the
Grant
Rex
used to wear.
specs.
The Horace Grants.
Yeah, Rex specs.
Oh, what is his name? But anyway, yeah, they cut him and gave Chase the job there. We got Greg Joseph in Minnesota.
Oh, another former Brown.
There's a lot of former Browns. There's
Hell
Chase,
yeah,
Greg.
because we be cycling through
Didn't
these
we have
things.
Greg Zerline at one point too?
Possibly. I
So
don't know, man. You're right. There's not a lot of. There's nothing out there, but there's got to be some competition.
let's see here.
Like,
According to Sports Track, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 available kickers. 12. Unless we start pulling kickers from the XFL and USFL or some undrafted free agent. I mean, someone who wasn't drafted.
Bobby Boucher.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
I mean, at this point, I
Can you
just
kick?
can't watch. No, absolutely not.
I
Nah,
can't.
there's
I
not.
can't.
There's nothing like
Yeah,
that.
that's a no for me, dog. I can't do it
Yeah.
either.
Like a round ball, yeah, I can kick the hell out that thing. A football, nah, nah.
So yeah, I mean, if we go and cut Katie York, I mean, it's like, who do we go with? I just hate to. I mean, I hate to give up because we drafted him so high, but at the same
But
time, you
that's the
can't be
thing.
missing those kicks, man.
No, you cannot. That's the thing. They're holding on to him because he's a fourth round pick. That's why. If this dude, number one, if he wasn't a fourth round pick, there'd be another kicker in camp. There would absolutely be another kicker in camp if this dude was not a fourth round pick.
And I've
But
seen
instead,
arguments that saying it's if the Browns offense would do what they're supposed to do and put up points so the game wouldn't rely on a kick, it shouldn't matter that much. But still, it's just, at the same time, like you have one job. Kick the ball.
but it's football. Like
Um,
shit's not gonna go according to plan every week.
whether I don't care if we're up by 20, I don't care if we're up by 30. I mean, you don't leave points on the board,
Nope.
off the board, I mean, but by missing little 30-yard kicks and extra points and just yeah, he worries me, dude. I don't know.
I've been saying
I'm
it
a
for
I
a
don't
year.
want to I don't want to throw in the towel. Maybe it's because the fourth round pick, but and knowing now how many free agent kickers there are available, like none of those guys sound appealing to me. But at the same time, they could be hungry for an opportunity. You never know. Um, so going into this Chiefs game, it's cut. They're doing something new now. They're just cutting everybody at one. They're doing one roster, one
Yeah,
whole roster cut. They're
yeah.
not doing a little trim. So give me one person who's fighting for their job this week against the Chiefs, who has to do some work.
Track Jesus, my guy, Anthony Schwartz.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him. And the fact that
Yeah,
he just left practice with an injury isn't helping his chances either. But
I'm not even sure that
you
if he
can't
had a
legally.
wild game, if he had a crazy game, crazy wild game like 200 yards, I'm not even sure if that would save him at this point. Like, I'd like to think so.
Only time you could ever get 200 yards out of him is in Madden.
Hey, you never know. Um, but again, he was a fourth. Was he a third round pick? Fourth round pick?
I want to say fourth. I'm gonna look at it.
Let me find him. I got him. I got him
Okay.
right here. Where you at? Boom.
Boom, boom, pow. Shorts is definitely one. Um, especially with the how Austin Watkins has been balling out and the drop passes he's had so far. It's not
No,
looking good. He's not helping his case whatsoever.
no. Uh, the 91st pick in the 2021 draft. That's Schwartz. That's another reason why he's still on the team because of his draft position.
Did Barry draft
I
him?
mean, yeah, that's an AB pick. It's absolutely an AB pick.
I couldn't remember if he was a Dorsey or a Barry pick.
No, that is a very pick. That's I mean,
The
we've
worst
done
pick he's made.
no.
I'm coming hard on. I'm going.
No,
I am giving him so much heat. I'm not taking it easy on him.
he's definitely not the worst pick Barry's made.
Who would you? Who would you say is the worst then?
Um,
Because he's ass.
I mean,
Doo doo.
he ain't good.
Dookie.
He's not good, but at least he has a trait that can possibly be used if he can catch the ball. Um, I wouldn't call him the worst pick. I just know he's fighting for his damn job,
Top 5 worst
and
pick?
oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I would say on my end, I'm gonna go on a defensive side. Um, AJ Green. I think.
But you know what's weird about him? Every season when he gets a little tick during the regular season, he plays all right every year.
Yeah, he has these little spurts where he balls out and then nothing. Um, I just think, especially like the young guys that we brought in, um, it's bringing the heat on him. I honestly don't see him making the team. To be honest, I don't think him having a good game would help at this point. But I'm going to keep my eye on AJ Green. He's my pick. You got Schwartz. I got AJ Green.
I mean, I believe. I think Schwartz would be practice squad eligible, and I feel like that's where Green's been at the past few years as well. But
I'd be cool with throwing Schwartz on the practice squad.
yeah,
I don't want to see him suited up on the sideline.
yeah.
Not until you can
Oh,
figure out how to catch, man. If you can figure out
oh,
how to
worst,
catch, it might be good.
he'll be a beast. Oh, his worst draft pick, Perry Winfrey. There you go. Not
Yeah,
even on the team.
I agree. Um,
Um,
another player I can possibly see being cut. John Kelly. Trim down that roster
plays
room,
well,
the running back room.
plays well every year. Yeah, he plays well every year in the preseason. I like John Kelly. But,
Demetric Felton's been looking better than him, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it'll be. I think the running backs will be Chubb, Ford, Felton. That's
I agree.
what I would look at for the running backs. John Kelly, probably practice squad guy if he's eligible. I gotta look at the practice squad rules because I don't know.
Yeah, what requires them to be eligible? I never even like thought about looking into that. I'm
Yeah.
curious. Um, but while you're doing that, there's some news going on. We got some cap space that was freed that
That's
we want to
wild.
talk about. We now have the most cap in the NFL. Well,
Miles.
Miles and who else? Batonio restructured their contracts. Batonio was 8 million. Miles is 12.8 or something like that. Million that they freed up. So we're at 34 million. 12.9. We're at 34 million cap space right now. Most of the NFL. That's exciting news. I like what do we do with all this cap space? Is there somebody you think we should bring in last minute, or do we just hold on to it? What do you think?
Looking at the free agents that are available, there's not really a lot out there that I would say spend money on. Um, Obviously, as the season goes along and you have injuries and things of that nature, um, obviously you can look to to the available free agents and you've got money to spend.
Mhm.
What I would do, and I don't have a play, I do not have a player in mind or anything like that. Um, what I would do is make a trade for somebody. You've got this room. I mean, granted, you have limited assets, due to the trade for Watson and whatnot. But I mean, if there's a player out there that the team wants from the Browns, or if there's a guy, a la, even though he wouldn't come here, a la Jonathan Taylor, a guy who's looking for a trade.
Yeah, but Colt's going to be asking for a first round pick or something that
Oh, for
equates to it.
sure. Yeah, but you got to have the money to bring a guy on, so it's kind of like, all right. Like I said, I wouldn't. He's not. He
He's
wouldn't.
too much like Chubb.
Jonathan Taylor wouldn't come here. Yeah, he wouldn't. There's no need for him to come here. He would.
He wouldn't fit
Chubb's
in.
going to monopolize the carries. Yeah, Chubb's going to monopolize the carries. It'd be sweet to have two crazy backs like that, but
Yeah.
they both need to be in the game to get their rhythm. I would say, like, if there was a player, a disgruntled player who's like, all right, I want out, and you've got some space, and they'll take depending on the player, the team will take a fourth round pick or something like that, and you've got this money to pay. Why
Yeah.
not?
I mean, would love if there's a linebacker that becomes available. That's amazing. I would love to add more to the linebacker room. Um, I think our defensive line's solid right now, especially now that we brought in uh Shelby Harris, which is a huge acquisition. I was hoping we would pick him up. I'm glad we did. Between Double O and Zadarius Smith, Dalvin Tomlinson, and now we bring in Shelby Harris and you got Miles. That's a hell of an upgrade from what we had last year, dude. Especially
Yep.
after Clowney quit on us, and now his bum ass went to Ravens.
Have fun there.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing there.
No, I'm not worried about him.
No. It's
But yeah,
exciting though. It's exciting to know that we have that much cap space and we have room to make some moves if need be with an already stacked team. Now, if we get Watson to restructure his a little bit, we'll see.
yeah,
That'll probably be probably the biggest priority this offseason, I think, depending on how things play out. Is maybe see if we can get Watson to restructure, bring in a little more help. That'd be awesome. But
yeah. Depending how the season goes, if the Browns
exactly.
make a Super Bowl run, it's like, all right, let's
Watch your mouth. You get me excited there.
just put it in the atmosphere. Just put it in the atmosphere.
Put it out there. It's exciting though, man.
Yeah, it's crazy that the Browns are paying Ward, Chubb, Deshaun. They're paying their tackle, Conklin. Like they're paying Coop.
Yeah,
I mean, they got some money out here right now.
we do. We still got more to play with, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because before the season even started, we were talking about how we're kind of strapped for money. We were pretty low. We didn't have much to work with.
Yeah. They made some moves. They made some moves where they brought they restructured earlier. I can't remember, but they restructured a deal, and I gave them a little bit more dough. And now with this move,
Yeah, who
like I
was that?
said, I can't remember. But the thing about cap space in the NFL is different than like cap space in the NBA. Like
It really
it's
is.
a different animal.
It is. So I want to get into. I know you don't want to talk about it, but I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
The wide receiver room. Who's staying? I assume they're going to pick. They're going to keep at least 5. You were saying before we got on here, 6. and I'm cool with that too. So we got some depth there. Who you keeping? Who you?
So you got Coop. Let me pull
Yeah.
up. I have my list already up. Hold on one second. You got Coop. Um, you've got Moore, DJ. Them three.
Mm-hmm.
Off rip. Off rip. Um, you gotta kind of Tillman is said to be loved, so Tillman is 4. As far as I'm not like, maybe it's just me. I'm not a big David Bell fan so far. Like,
I haven't seen enough to be impressed.
exactly,
Only thing I've been hearing is just like it's all hype at this point, but I have yet to see anything to be
exactly,
like, wow, the hype's real.
exactly. Um, Goodwin, like with his medical issues, like
Yeah, he's
he
still
might
out
be
with
on
the
a
blood clots.
yeah. He might be designated on the pop list because he just can't play. Um, so with Coop, Tillman, um,
PPJ
Moore,
more.
PJ, that's 4. So they lose 2 slots. Lose 2 slots in my eyes because I think they keep 6. I could be wrong, but I think they keep 6. Um, do they keep Jakeem Grant because they got him last year to be a returner, and with Goodwin being not in the mix, and Felton not being a great, I don't know. I feel like if Felton was who they wanted a kick returner or something like that, then they wouldn't have went out and got Grant.
Agreed.
So do they keep Grant? And then that 6th spot, I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be Bell. I really do. Even though he wouldn't be my choice. But I have a feeling it would be 6. So I would say Jakeem Grant and Bell.
No Watkins.
I mean, where's he going to play? I don't. Are they going to keep 7 wideouts? It's a lot. That's a lot.
I feel like Austin, if we cut him,
No, he'll go practice squad immediately.
I hope so because he's gonna play somewhere if not.
Just got to guard. You just got to guard him though, because people get stolen out of the practice squad. So the practice squad is any number of players who have not accrued at least 9 games in an NFL season, up to 4 players who have accrued no more than two NFL seasons, and up to 6 players with no limitations on experience. So
Okay.
it looks like they can kind of maneuver things around.
That's good to know. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I always wondered what the eligibility was for practice squad.
me as well. Um, of course, I would love to see them keep Schwartz. Try guys, but I mean, he always runs for 5 to 10 yards before he fumbles, man. That's all I can say, man. Like, he doesn't get hit immediately and fumble. He's just in track mode and then he fumbles.
I think it's
So
really tough because I don't know. No one knows. I mean, I'm sure the Browns have an idea because they're in contact with Marquise Goodwin, but as of right now, he's been out for over a month now with a non-football injury with the blood clots in his lungs and legs. It's a serious
yeah,
issue there. Who knows how long it's going to take? Obviously, he's on injured reserve. I'd assume, right? They can't cut the guy because he's injured like that. I don't
yeah,
think they would do that to him anyways, especially
no,
on a serious note like that. I think we have a little more
yeah.
class than that.
Yeah, and they just brought him in too. They brought him in.
Right.
So
And prior to that, like his veteran presence and everything else was already talked about how big of an impact that already made in the locker room. So I keep that in mind. So I assume they're going to keep him whenever he comes back. Um, Besides the main 4, DPJ, Moore, Coop, um, Tillman, I say Watkins earned himself a spot,
Okay, so
and then
that
David
gives him
Bell, and
5.
then maybe when Goodwin comes back, that pushes Watkins to the practice squad, maybe, or they're going to make some moves around to keep him on board. But Schwartz is gone. I wouldn't mind if Bell was gone. I wouldn't even care. Honestly, I haven't seen enough for him to be like, oh, why the hell did you guys do that? I'm not. It's all hype at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we got to give him, in my eyes, I would like to see him in a second season, but for once, the Browns seem to have a plethora of wide receivers, which we can't really say has been the case in past years.
No.
So it's almost like, well, if somebody got to go. To me, it would be the guys who haven't shown much. But again, David Bell is a very draft pick, 1 year in the league. So I have a feeling that he'll be around. Like Barry's gonna have to make some hard decisions. We know that he likes his draft. He likes to keep his draft picks and let them try and blossom. We know this, but he's used a lot of picks in these last few years on guys, and some of these guys, a lot of these guys are not panning out or not playing well early. Now, granted, is the NFL might take you a couple of years.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
He never really got a fair shot to eat. We didn't even see much of him last year.
yeah,
Is it fair to move on to from somebody like that who really hasn't got a fair shot? No, but if we're bringing in newer guys and they're producing more than you already, it's not a good look. At least in my eyes. I don't know the whole situation. I haven't really seen much of him even out on the field. Let alone we haven't even seen DPJ this preseason, which I don't remember seeing him out on the field. I don't know what's going on with that situation.
Bell's a third round pick too. So Bell's a third round pick.
I know AB
Um,
AB values his draft picks.
yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
doesn't
Like,
like pulling a cord early. So with that being said, I don't see Bell going anywhere, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Schwartz is a third round pick.
Yeah, Shorts can get going. He gone. We'll see him on New Jersey Generals or something with the USFL next season. Bet. Ain't nobody picking him up unless who knows?
Somebody will get him.
Watch him go to the Chargers like Travis Benjamin, and then
Hey, blow up.
be a damn good. Travis Benjamin produced for a while for
Yeah.
the Chargers after he left Cleveland.
Yep.
And Travis
Doesn't
Benjamin
go
was
so much
fast as shit. And same issue, he couldn't catch the ball really. He couldn't hold on the ball.
Kick returns. That was his main thing.
Yeah.
I believe he is the last Browns player to return a kick for a touchdown.
Really?
For a touchdown. I'm almost positive. Almost positive.
Shout out to Josh Cribbs though. I seen he was getting inducted into the Northeast Ohio Sports Hall of Fame or Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame or something like that.
I don't know. I saw him at training camp week 1, day 1. Cool dude.
Oh,
Shout
I've
out
met
to
him a
him.
few times. He's an awesome guy, stand up guy. So is the man on your shirt. Bernie.
That guy. That guy.
That guy.
I mean, do you think they keep 7? Do you think they keep 7 wideouts? Like
No.
I'm to me, it's just hard to even think
That's
that basically a seventh of your roster almost is,
keep two or three of them on the practice squad, if anything, then.
yeah.
Injuries are happening more frequently than ever. So I mean, I guess if you can keep a couple on a practice squad, I'm for it. We need the depth. Plus, you know how injuries have been plagued the Browns over the past years. Trying to knock on wood, it doesn't happen this year, but I mean, we're already seeing guys getting banged up.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, I think it's gonna 6 max, but I think they probably go with 5. They're gonna start the season off with 5, and then stay that 6 spot for Goodwin, maybe.
I can see that. I still think they got.
Or
I don't
keep
know. I
six,
just
like I said, keep
yeah.
Austin, and then when Goodwin's set to come back, push Austin back to the practice squad. Um, yeah, definitely not seven.
They're rough one. Rough one.
You got any predictions for the Chiefs game? They're going to win this one.
I just hope nobody gets hurt and everybody has fun.
Yeah. Was it the Texans and was it Saints? Didn't they
They got
cancel it?
postponed. They canceled it. Yeah.
Yeah, they decided to cancel it. It's just fear of injuries.
I did I read somewhere that
Because the Packers Patriots games got canceled after was it Bolden got carted off. Um, this could potentially be the end of this. Might be the last season of joint practices.
yeah.
I think when the GMs have their meeting in the off season, I think they're going to vote to have that done. I don't think it's not worth the injuries and the fights. It
Oh,
it's nice idea to practice with another team, but it's just not working. I don't think. I mean, it's worked a few times with certain teams, but you're just every year you're seeing the fights, injuries, and it's just why. That's going to lead to
yeah.
suspensions, and it's just you're jeopardizing too much. I don't know. I seen Johnny Gargano and WWE were at the Eagles Browns joint practice. Eagles gave
So,
Gargano a damn jersey. You can see the disgust on his face. Like the reason they did it because WrestleMania is going to be in Philly next year. So
oh, sorry. Man, should take that thing home and
burn it.
burned it. But he couldn't just do that. He couldn't show anybody that. But
Wow. He is brown.
we know your heart lies. We know your heart lies, Johnny Gargano.
Oh, he's wearing a brown shirt in the picture. He's holding it up with his brown shirt on. He's like, I think he posted. And he said, "I think they gave me the wrong jersey."
Nice.
I ain't got nothing else to really cover. You got anything you want to talk about or cover?
Oh man, like I said at the beginning, I'm ready for real football.
I am too,
I'm
dude.
ready
It's
for
we're right
week one.
there.
I'm ready for week one. Like I
We are
can't.
right there.
So week one, Pittsburgh. Sorry, week one, Cincy, and then week two. Hey y'all, there's a chance your boy is gonna be in in the belly of the beast because I might be at the Pittsburgh game. If I am there, um, pray for me. Uh,
I
I
wish I
don't
can
have
go with
Facebook.
you.
Yeah, man. I don't have Facebook or nothing like that to go live, but I will be taking pictures and maybe upload the videos to the Twitter page if I learn how to do that. Um, but I'm ready for real football. Like the preseason, I think maybe it's just because I'm getting old now, y'all. The
If you
preseason
go,
just don't
I
go.
got an idea. Sorry to interrupt you. If
No,
you
let's
are in the
go.
belly and the beast and you want to go live, shoot me a text. I will get on this computer. You just hop on the Zoom app and we'll go live.
All right, it's going down.
We will go live.
And if the Browns do what we predict them to do, a 52-3 ass whooping, go back
It's
and
gonna
check our
be
tweet.
it's gonna be lit.
I will go. I will have to go live because that's the only way I'm gonna get out of there. I'm gonna need some video evidence there because they're gonna be trying to kill me.
I know I would too because I'm gonna be talking about shit. It's probably a good thing that I don't go to the.
hmm Yeah, they're gonna be trying to kill me if we win. That's a guarantee. Next feature film. What was it? Escape from Pittsburgh.
Remember, remember those old Kurt Russell movies like Escape from L.A. and
Yep, Escape from New York. Yes,
yeah,
sir. Be in a wasteland.
yeah.
And Pittsburgh's a cool ass city. I will say that. I went a few weeks ago. It's a cool city. I got
I
nothing against the city.
I refuse to accept that.
But you
Until
know,
I see it myself, I refuse to believe that.
the biggest problem with Pittsburgh, besides their football team,
As their fans,
is, well, that too. On top of all that, is that
too much
I went
yellow.
there. I stayed at a hotel. I said, all right, let's go somewhere and get some drinks. I saw a 7-Eleven right up the street. Let's go get a couple. Let's go get a 6-pack. Oh no, beer. 7-Eleven doesn't carry beer. You got to go to specialized stores that carry alcohol. A specialized store was probably a 10-minute walk away from my hotel. Wasn't real happy about that. I was like, 7-Eleven is right there. Nah, no brew. They got specialized stores in Pennsylvania that serve alcohol.
Really?
Yes,
That's,
yes,
that's corny.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's dumb. That's dumb. Makes me
Beyond that, the city was cool. That don't mean that the Browns ain't gonna come in there and whack y'all. I'm just saying, but the city of Pittsburgh, it's cool.
I mean, I've seen some pictures of the city. It looked like it's a decent looking city, but there's a lot of yellow, and I hate it. Just
Fair,
ignorant fans. Maybe I'm just,
fair.
I don't know. I want to go there for a Browns game. That's on a bucket list of mine. I want to experience it, and I'll probably change my outlook on it when I go there. I've heard from numerous. You're not the first person that told me that Pittsburgh's a nice city.
Yeah, it's a nice city.
It's just,
It's a cool city.
it's just their sports teams are terrible. Their fans are terrible.
I'm going with this. If this all pans out, I'll be going with the Steeler fan. So this would be very,
Uh,
very interesting.
I've been invited by Steelers fans too,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you sure you want to do that?
I will find the Browns backers bar in Pittsburgh. You best believe that 100.
Well, I
percent
bet. I guarantee you they have one.
100%.
I'm looking it up right now. If so, I'm following them and I'm shouting them out right now. Browns backers bar, Pittsburgh. Please tell me there's one.
Probably
Please
like
tell
8
me.
of them.
Yeah, man.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's called the Pittsburgh Browns backers. There's 270 members. It was established in 2001. President Paul Carson. Paul, salute to you,
Shout out,
sir.
Paul.
You're you're a brave man starting that up in Pittsburgh, and I appreciate you.
Shout out, Paul.
Viewing location 202 Hometown Tacos. You guys watch the games at a taco joint? Even better.
I hope they serve alcohol.
Let's look. Because if so, that's where I'm going. 202 Hometown Tacos. Do you guys have an alcohol list?
They better, because I'll be there.
Let's see. Oh, I see margaritas.
Yep. I can get down with that.
Shout out to the Pittsburgh Browns backers. That's awesome. Their logo is even brown and orange of the restaurant. At least it looks like that on the website. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Happy hour, 4 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, $2 beer specials, $5 margaritas on the rocks. Oh, it's if I'm going to Pittsburgh, I'm going there.
What's it called? What's it called? 202 Hometown Tacos?
Yep, 202 Hometown Tacos. Says it's in Bellevue, PA.
Wonder how far away it is from where we'll be at.
Is Bellevue considered Pittsburgh, basically?
Got me. Not from around here.
Yeah. Looks like it's like 15, 20 minutes away. Not too far.
All right.
Works for me. All right, Pittsburgh. I'll give you some flowers there. You guys have a Browns backers bar. Shout out to Paul Carson. I'm following you guys on Twitter. We're gonna shout you guys out today.
Shout out 202 Hometown. If I can swing it, I'll be your way. September 6th. Those games, let's see, 10th, 17th, 18th, September 17th. If I can swing it, I'll be your way. Most definitely.
Steelers game's the 18th, so
The night before.
yeah. But September 10th's coming quick, bro.
Yes,
We're there. We
sir.
are almost there. A couple weeks away. Cleveland Browns Stadium, kicking off the season against the Bengals in the Battle of Ohio. Oh, I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait. Both you boys are gonna be there.
Yep.
I'm gonna have my belt in hand, holding high in air. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to feel that atmosphere. Hear the the
So,
barks. Here we go, Brownies chants. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. That's my home away from home. I am ready for Browns football.
and that's all I got. I'm ready for football. I don't
Yeah,
care about
man.
the Chiefs game. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody has fun.
Yep.
Let's get to the regular season.
Let's do it. Do you care about the 50-yard logo?
No, give rat's ass. Don't bother me. Just win games on that field. That's all I care about.
And if you go to dogpoundwrestling.com, DPW, Brownie is going to be taking on the Covington Cat week 1.
Oh hell!
They got this
What the
cat
hell is
holding.
going on?
They got the cat holding a pot of Skyline chili, smoking a cigar.
Oh, sick.
With it looks like
Sick.
it looks like a Ric Flair robe with the Bengals white and black stripes. When they did the whole roster reveal, they did the whole wrestling thing, and I loved it. I loved it as a wrestling. We're both wrestling fans. They have a whole website dedicated to it. You can find it on the Browns website, or just go to dogpoundwrestling.com.
Okay.
Steelers is Yinzer Yeller. Titans is the Music City one-man band. Ravens, the Edgar Allan Poser. What the hell? Niners, Man Francisco. One Trick Pony for Colts. It looks like Pat McAfee. It's got to be Pat McAfee. And he's wearing a shirt that says, I love Brownie. Seahawks, Seattle Sleeper. Cardinals is the Grand Canyon Geezer. Broncos is Bro Jack Horse Fan. The Rams is the LA Influencer. Jaguars is the Dual Citizen. And the Bears, Lucy the Pooh. Texans is Hugh Stunner. Jets is Joyzy Mike. And yeah, that's it. I'll give Greta. It's unique. It's different. I love it.
Yeah.
I hope actually, last year they gave out those like cool little posters with the art on them. Like they
Yeah.
had the Jets game, they had Joe Thomas looking like he was flying a jet.
Yeah.
If they do a wrestling
Yeah.
themed one of those this year, that is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's like
I only kept 2 of them from last year. I should have kept more. I got the Steelers and the Jets one. I wish I can.
I tried to get the Jets on, but I didn't get there in time. Clearly.
Well, I got like 3 of them, so I got you, bro.
Whoa. Whoa.
Got you.
Whoa.
I got an extra Steelers ones too, if you want it.
Definitely down.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. We out here. We will be back next week for sure. I should be all moved in. I will come back to the.
Yes.
We will be good. We will be good. We will talk Chiefs, and I doubt by next episode they'll have the final roster announced. But we'll speculate, and we'll go from there. And we'll break down and hype up the season opener against the Bengals. But until then, let them know, Clarence. It's that time.
Y'all know the routine. The words. Oh, the wishbone running QB, Freddie Kitchens. If you don't wear brown and orange, just like this guy Bernie,
You don't matter.
You don't matter.
We will see y'all next week, Browns fans. Peace.